live. It's me, Indiana Jones, and this is my channel, Crafting with Indiana Jones. It's been a good, a while since I've gone live just to chit and chat with you guys. I did go live. When did I go live? I went live recently. Do you guys remember that? I went live with the Crafting Cousins and with Crafting My Way, DIY. I can't remember now. Brenda. Anyway, so it's been a while since I've been live on my channel, so I'm so happy to be here. Welcome to everybody that's out there. I see Sandra's out there, Monter's Market. Hey, Nati Pena is there, Liz. And today I have a very special guest. She's also a very local YouTuber. We actually met at Hobby Lobby because, I mean, where else can you meet a good friend but at Hobby Lobby? And it was just so funny. I think we met like 2 years ago or a year ago. And, you know, since then, she's been really working hard on her channel. It's a lovely channel. It's a Tea Time with Aloha and Coco, and Aloha and Coco are her lovely little girls. Last year, she came out with a Christmas album. So I hope she talks about that as well. So you can find out where you can listen to the wonderful music she came up with. And we just went through a weekend of Christmas or holiday, excuse me, let's say the right word, holiday party planning for the office. So let's take it away with Vicky from Tea Time with Aloha and Coco. And I'm Annie. I should change my name to Indiana Jones, but you know me. I don't want to take the space. So here she is. Here's Vicky.
Hi.
How you doing?
How are you? Thank you for having me.
Happy holidays. Yes. Happy past Thanksgiving. How was your Thanksgiving? Were you here in the city?
Yes, it was fantastic. Delicious.
Awesome.
How was yours?
I was up in Tallahassee, and it was the first time I went traveling with kittens. My kittens are Luna and Kuru, and it was fun. Let's just put it that way.
And you went driving, or you took a short plane ride?
No, we went driving.
Oh, how nice.
Because I wanted to say, you know why? Because I wanted to go to Mount Dora, because they say Mount Dora is the cutest small town in Florida, and it's true. It's the cutest little small town. I want to move there.
Oh my God.
I want to move there so badly.
So,
Jane's here. Jane! I love you, Jane. Jane is my best buddy. She lives right by, I'm not kidding you. She lives right by Hobby Lobby and Dollar Tree, and she'll call me and she'll say, they got this at Dollar Tree today. They got this at Dollar Tree here, And she loves sitting. We realize we both have a weird pastime that when we go to the Dollar Tree on Sundays, we like to sit in the parking lot and watch the people walk up to Hobby Lobby and get really annoyed that it's closed on Sunday. So it's a pastime that I thought I was the only one that had it, but apparently she does too. So
that's exciting. I love it, especially when you forget that it's Sunday and you go because it's your day off and you're like, I got to get this and this. And you're the one who tries to.
Right. No. But I mean, I know Hobby Lobby inside and out, but that's why I love watching people getting all annoyed and upset. It's hilarious. So what's Carmen? How is Carmen? Everybody's doing okay? Mount Dora is a gorgeous town. It is. So Vicky.
Yes.
This was an exciting weekend. We both had a lot of events going on. So tell me, we're going to talk about planning, how to properly plan an office party, and also how to properly behave in an office party. So if you're planning your office party or your office party came and went and things didn't go quite right, maybe we have some tips to help you. And also, if you're going to your office party, let's give you an idea of proper office party etiquette. All right? Because some people just don't know. They don't know. So Vicky's party was first. It was on Friday. So tell us about your party, Vicky.
So our company event was actually at the DoubleTree Hotel, right in front of the Miami International Airport. We had a little over 400 guests, and I was given, as far as a decor budget, I was given approximately $4,500 for decor purposes. This is not counting the money I was given for the food and for the location, but $4,500 to decorate a huge event space. And I really wanted to do as much DIY as I could. I didn't want to hire companies to come do my table decor or anything like that, especially when you're running on such a tight budget.
Mhm.
$1,000 in 2022 does not go as far as $1,000 did back in like 2013, 2014. So
Now, why did you have such a constrained budget? We must explain this.
yes, so we are a nonprofit where the business or the company that threw this event is a nonprofit. So the money was actually donated to throw this event. So when you're working on such a tight budget, you really have to count your pennies, and you learn to appreciate all the little details that go into an event. So it was exciting, but it was done.
Yeah, and you did it. And I'm going to share just so people can see the location. As you can see, it is a huge room. What was the space for how many people can you actually fit there? You had 400 people, you said?
You had a little over 400. I'm almost positive you can fit a good 600 or 550. It's a very big space. We also had a huge dance floor, and that huge dance floor for sure would have fit another maybe 5, 6 tables of 10. So it was a very nice space. It was very spacious, very big,
Very
and
nice.
it made it also easier to decorate because, as you can see, everything is very white.
Yes.
Have such a white space, you can play around with colors and things like that, and it'll make a big difference.
So what went into choosing your location? Because one of the, I have a different thing of like, first we talked about the budget, and you said you had a very constrained budget because you're a nonprofit. Same with me. And then the dates and the location. How did you choose this location?
The location really is because it's one of the very few places that can hold the number of guests that we have. And it was middle point for really where everybody is coming from. We have people coming from Eureka, from Homestead, from West Kendall, from even further south. So to be able to find a place that, would be like the middle point for all of these individuals coming. And it's just the spacing also helps. So it also is a hotel, so if guests were coming from from further away and they wanted to stay the night, they can go ahead and get a room and make a weekend getaway out of it. So it's really a lot of thought that went into the location.
And that's one of the things that I wrote down in my notes. So for location, the four things I look at are 4 P's: proximity, price, parking, in
Mhm.
Miami especially, and presence. It's what it's presence. It's how it looks like. And
Yeah.
before I move any further, I just wanted to point out that one of our viewers, Carmen, unfortunately lost her husband the day before Thanksgiving. My heart goes out to you. I'm so sorry I didn't see that sooner, but Carmen, know that our prayers are with you. I will say a prayer at the end of this show so that we can all gather together in prayer for you. I am just so sorry that in these festive times, we have to remember that there are some people that are really going through a lot, are suffering through loneliness and loss. So just keep that in mind, as well as we're talking about parties here. So we will pray for you, Carmen, at the end of this episode. And thank you so much for being here, Carmen. And I hope that this takes your mind off of things and alleviates a little bit of your pain for this moment. So that's all I wanted to mention. So tell me, did you have the next thing I'm looking at when we're preparing for a party is themes? Did you have a specific theme?
I'm very untraditional when it comes to the holiday season. I tend to go like, I tend to have my daughters kind of say, what it is that they're looking for. And it's always something like a Harry Potter or, I don't know, LOL
Now,
doll.
how old are your daughters now? Because when I met you, they were little. Now they're getting bigger.
5. I have a 7-year-old and I have a 5-year-old. So
Wow.
when they tell me something, I kind of go off of that. This time around, I really wanted to go back to a traditional Christmas. So I went back to what would you see in a traditional Christmas, the colors, the feeling that you get. So that's kind of where I wanted to bring it. I wanted to bring some sort of nostalgia. A lot of the individuals that were at the event, they were born, early 80s, late 70s. So I wanted to bring that feeling of Christmas. So that's exactly, those are the centerpieces I got. These are giant inflatable ornaments. And that's what I used for the centerpieces. And let me tell you, that was incredible. We used bread baskets as the base so that the ornaments, you see the little top part that looks like a metal, like where you hang it from, that ornament part was very heavy. So the whole ball would tend to like roll down. So what we did was we put bread baskets at the bottom and it kept the ornament up. So when you walked into the location, it looked like all these ornaments were hanging from the ceiling. And it was just, it was spectacular, breathtaking. And again, look at the price of those ornaments. That is unheard of for such a large centerpiece. So that was another thing, a lot of research on where can I get the best centerpiece, something that is a statement. I'm not a fan of when I'm doing centerpieces to do a whole bunch of little things because it's very time consuming. I like one big item that'll fill the space. When I found those, I was like, this is it.
And now you had a sit down dinner. That's the other. So the next thing is like, what type of party you're going to have? I'm going to talk about how I had to plan my party. Now, how long did you have to plan your party?
I knew it was coming, but I'm given budgets and things a little bit later because we have to find out who's going, how many people. So I'd like to say I had a good solid 2 months.
2 months. Okay. I had less than a month.
Well, that's why you're Indiana Jones, because you are the best of the best.
And I'll tell you the story about that because it was hilarious. Because it was like, first they came to me. I'll tell you about it later. Let's talk about you. So go ahead. So, it was a sit-down dinner. You decided to have a sit-down dinner. Now, this is the thing. Okay, now, you guys have to understand, we were talking about centerpieces. I don't know how you guys do it over there, like in Oklahoma. Somebody here is from Oklahoma. But in Miami, there are drag-out, knockdown fights over centerpieces at any event. Wedding, party, baby showers, birthday parties, wedding, what you call it, these Christmas parties or holiday parties. So what did you do to be able to manage the knockdown, drag out fights that would happen for people who wanted to take the centerpieces?
Oh, that's part of Miami culture. If you're from Miami, when you go to a baby shower wedding, like you stated, the centerpiece is all hands.
Now it's not just Miami because I think it's a Latino culture thing. I hate to tell you because it happens in New York and it happens in California and it happens anywhere. People fight. Yes, people fight to keep centerpieces. See? People don't get that.
And even if it's like a fish, because I've seen people that'll be like, no, I don't want to take the fish. No, they'll fight for the fish.
Yeah.
I've seen
crazy.
It all. For us, what I like to do is I like to have guests walk in, and as soon as everybody is seated, we start a raffle. And the way I do it is I either do it under a chair from the table or under the little saucer that holds the little coffee cup, the little mug. What I do is I place a sticker, either the little round stickers that you can use for like your filing, or I will do a gift tag. I'll place it under so it cannot be seen. And then once everybody is seated and you see the hands start going in for the centerpiece, because they'll take it out and put it next to them where they're seated.
And I'm being told it's a white thing too. Not that we're not white. It's like, it's an Anglo thing, I guess. I'd like to say it's an Anglo thing. So I guess it is an Anglo thing. I didn't know this.
Let me tell you, it's a really nice centerpiece.
Yeah, of course. Those were cool. I like those balls. I like those. Very cool.
They were great because you can use them for, as I did for a table, you can use it to hang from trees outside. And one of the most popular things that people have sent me photos of since Friday, they're using them on their lawns. And with lights that you have, like the garden lights, and they look spectacular.
You can inflate them and deflate them so you can use them next to you. Oh, that's really nice. Very nice. Very, very cool. And then what was the other thing? So you had games and prizes. Did you have any other games or prizes or raffles or anything?
What we did was we did a lot of raffles. We put different gifts inside of little gift boxes, and actually have the boxes here. We bought a whole bunch of little red boxes. We didn't say what the prizes were, and we just purchased tickets like $1. They're like this. You can get them on Amazon. Comes in a pack of, I believe, 50. They're very nice. And we filled it with different prizes. We placed them on Christmas trees, and we would just pull out raffle tickets. And it was kind of like a blind grab. And whatever you would grab, you would open and discover on stage what it is.
Nice. Oh, that's nice. That's very cool. That's very cool. Now, somebody's saying prayers to Oopsie Daisy. Oh, yes. Oopsie Daisy is not feeling well. So, yes, prayers to Oopsie Daisy. So what else? What else? So, okay. So you had a dance floor. You got a DJ.
Yes.
So that was your main entertainment, was a DJ and the lighting. And that's one of the main things that spend money on lighting, because the room that you had was so huge that with the right lighting, it changes everything. And it's a cheap way. It's in an expensive way, even though sometimes it gets pretty pricey. Now, so I need to ask you, you had 400 people and your budget was, if I may.
For food,
Total.
Everything was 29,500.
Wow.
But 5,000 of that money went to food. It went to food and location.
25, yeah.
Leaving me with the 4,500 for decor, lighting, the stage, our photo booth area, centerpieces, really everything besides the food and the location fell in the hands of that.
So, all right. So I'll tell you about so I'll share about my holiday party. So day after the Halloween get together that we had, that I had to come up with, and this is the other question. Why were you selected to plan this? Are you always selected to plan the holiday party?
Yes, I am the official event coordinator of the company. So,
okay.
So
officially.
That's it.
Okay.
Like, hand me my my title. I'm the official. I do everything that's marketing, social media, and events for the company.
Okay. So, so my situation is completely different. So I've become the party planner because of my channel, because of who I am and what I do. So
that's exciting.
So we had an impromptu, like, oh, let's celebrate Halloween. At first it was like, no, we're not going to do anything for Halloween. And then it's like a week before, what are we going to do for Halloween? Let's do something for, I was like, oh my gosh, why do people do this to me every time? But okay, let's do it. So, so it was like a day or two afterwards. So I would say it was like November 3rd. We just got a new CEO. She's wonderful. And she really wanted to make sure that we had a holiday party. It was November. Yeah, it was November 3rd. And our new HR person, who's wonderful, as she's a sweetheart, she helped me out a lot. She came to me, she said, I heard that if we want to have an event, you can make it happen. And she goes, we want to have an event either on December 3rd or December 10th. And I'm like, okay, let's do it, And it was so funny because the following week, so that weekend, literally I ran around and went on my own time to different locations, looking, trying to find places, something different, because in the past, I have done holiday parties in January and February because we can never get our act together and they can never get me a budget until after the fact. So after 6 years, this is our first holiday party during the holidays, believe it or not. So, and you guys have heard me when I've planned these other parties. We had an Alice in Wonderland party. We had a red carpet party. So, now it's like, oh, I'm going to have a traditional Christmas party. So, or, Christmas holiday party.
You did those events, like the themes like that in the January where it landed in January? Yes. It didn't have to be Christmas per se. So you were like
all over it. So we had a masquerade event. We had, it was masquerade. So the last three, because I've been there 4 years, masquerade, Alice in Wonderland, and we had Hollywood glamour. So I had a red carpet. I had photographers. I had some of my friends who are actors come in as Charlie Chaplin and Marilyn Monroe. And it was really cute. So I went around with Luke looking at locations. I found this one location. I said, that's it. We're done. We're getting this place. And it was so funny because the following week, the HR person comes back like, on Thursday, she goes, we were thinking about it and it's just too much. I'm like, what's too much? She goes, no, for you to do this holiday party, by December, we're not giving you enough time. I'm like, oh no, the train has left the station and my train is a bullet train. It's done. Place has been picked, talking to this, looking for DJs. It's getting done. It will happen. And it was like, that was, literally I had to, from that day, it was like, from that day that I told them that the train has left, 3 weeks from there. So it's crazy. So let me show you the location. So we had done it in the Marriott, which was, a hotel as well. And people were like, hey, it's always a sit down dinner. People complain. Miami people always got to complain. Complain. So I was like, I'm going to make something so different. So I'm going to show you this place. It's University of Miami. If you know the University of Miami, it is lovely. And this place is really swanky. Am I sharing no, I'm not sharing it yet. I'm not sharing it. There it is. Okay. So we're gonna go here. And so this is like, I'll play their music. It's very swanky music. So this is the Alumni Center. Mind you, all of this lovely external part is under scaffolding. So, rule number one, it was already under construction. So the price was a little better because we couldn't use the front part of the building. And I was like, I don't care. We'll use the back part. Who cares? So the area that we used, let me see. So we used what is called the Alumni Library. So as you can see, there is a fireplace there. I love this music. It's so swanky. So this is where we had karaoke, and we had a hot cocoa and dessert bar like around 10 o'clock. It was so nice. It was really nice.
It's beautiful.
Then, right? Isn't it cute? I'll turn off the music.
So cozy.
It's super cozy. And yes, the fireplace works, and we turned it on. Hello, people. We live in Miami. It was like after 30 minutes, I was like, I'm sweating. Turn off the fireplace. It's too good. So the next part, so this was a cocktail party, because now you'll see the main area is this beautiful, hold on, let me go back a little, is this beautiful area. Look at this. It's like a big old like living room at some rich person's house.
Oh my God, look at those windows.
Isn't this gorgeous? And the seating's already there. A piano, a 1908 Steinway and Sons piano. And yes, we had a piano player coming to play beautiful Christmas music on piano. It was lovely, 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 lovely. And can you imagine how magical this looks at night?
It reminds me of like those beautiful, like salon style,
right,
like in the cruise. Like when you go to a cruise and you have like the jazz singers and all that. Oh my God, how beautiful.
Exactly. It had a very 1920s kind of thing. And then the dance floor was out here. So we had tables outdoors. We had a bar outside, a bar inside. And we had the DJ here, like right where that fountain is. We had the DJ there. We had beautiful uplighting. And it was nice because it was indoors. It was outdoors. People can sit anywhere they wanted. And again, because it was, let me go back to here. Because it was cocktail, there was more movement of people here and there. One of the things I did was, because I know my people, you know your people, your people.
You do.
So we had past hors d'oeuvres. For the first hour, we had past hors d'oeuvres. After the first hour, we still had some past hors d'oeuvres, but and everything I had, it was like timed. Okay, now we're gonna do this. Now we're gonna do this, And then we had 2 stations with a carvery. So we had roast beef and vegetables and potatoes, small sizes. And then on the other side, we had like a giant charcuterie board with some hot dips. It was so good. Oh, it was so good. And it got the Luke stamp of approval, because Luke, number one, he went with me to see that venue. He fell in love with it because it had a piano. And secondly, because it had all these different locations where people can sit and chill, and it was quiet. And like I said, later in the evening, once the charcuterie board and everything finished there, then we had the dessert table. And that's when I had started like at 10, because people were they were inebriated, not inebriated, but they were loosened
They're
up.
relaxed.
Yes. So, it was a perfect time for, what is charcuterie? I love this. Wait a second. What the F is charcuterie? It's not charcuterie. Charcuterie. Am I saying it right?
Charcuterie, yeah.
Charcuterie is when you have a big wooden board with a lot of like deli meats and cheeses and things.
Crackers, strawberries.
Yeah, it's tapas. It's like tapas. You pick at stuff, and charcuterie. There you go. And I just love the way he said it. So so it was, we had it spaced out, and we had the piano playing inside, and we had the DJ playing outside. And it was a lot of fun. But because of that, I had a variety of different types of centerpieces. So, for example, outdoors, and mind you, I had, where'd you go? I had zero budget for decor. So I had to come up with, no, let's put it this way. I had maybe around $200 for decor, just decor. The total budget I had was between, and remember, I'm also with a nonprofit. It was 150 people. We decided to do hors d'oeuvres because it was less money. We did have a DJ. We paid for a DJ. We paid for an event photographer, so I wouldn't have to worry about that. Did you have a photographer? No. Can you hear me? Hello? Vicky, can you hear me? You can't hear me? Can anybody hear me? Okay. All right. I can't hear you. Hold on. What happened? Yes, I hear. Okay, so the people hear me, but you can't hear me. You want to come back in? Maybe something happened to your connection, Vicky. We'll wait for Vicky. Yes. Come back in. So everybody here. Okay, so everybody else can hear me. We can't hear her, right? So something must have happened on her side. So yeah, I had a very small budget. It was around, the maximum I could go up to was 15,000, but we really tried to stay under that because we are a nonprofit organization. There she is. Can you hear me now? Now we can hear you. We couldn't hear you. We couldn't hear you.
I was like, oh my goodness.
So I was telling them, so my budget was closer to like 13,000. My max limit was 15,000. So that's why I was able to get like the piano player. I got a photographer, and they're really inexpensive, really, really inexpensive. The DJ was the most expensive thing, but it was because he brought the uplighting and all that stuff, and he gave us a discount as well. And the caterer, we had to use the caterer that was approved by so there's only like 3 caterers we can use, but it was great. The food was great. I'm trying to think. So I really didn't have that much of a budget for decor. So, you know, I'm a hoarder. I don't need anybody to give me any money for decor because I have everything. So for example, in the library, we had those tables that you saw there. We also had a few, what are they called? High boys. So this was basically the decor I had in the library.
But it goes so well with the look and the feel.
Yes. And then there was like, and then we had like little candles around it and stuff like that. And, you know, it's a Christmas book. And I thought it was really cute. And I already had it in my, and if you didn't have a Christmas book, just get Christmas paper, cover it up. And there you go. You have a, you know, you have a Christmas book, or just, you know, and it's so in style using the Christmas books. The other thing I had outdoors was I pretty much used whatever I had in my own home decor because, you know.
I see the Mackenzie Childs inspired ribbon.
Yes. I just used this bird cage that I had. So we used this outside and had the little twinkling lights. That's one. And the other one I had was, so I picked up all my lanterns, everything that I had, and just put them on the tables outside. This is the cheapest way to decorate. And it was basically getting empty boxes from the office. This had like a whole bunch of boxes together, you know, with a big bow on top, and just wrap them up. And this is wrapping paper that I got at Hobby Lobby last year, 90% off. So from $7.99, I got it for 79 cents. So, you know, that was fun. And then the other thing I did, I used nutcrackers.
That's why they have to put you. Look at what you came up with, and you were like,
no budget. Oh, and then we had, of course, mason jars. Look, what an easy thing to do. Get a mason jar, get some lights. Literally, mason jars. You guys have used them for weddings. You know what I'm talking about. And you just, you know, I just put the mason jar and get some decor from the Dollar Tree and shove it in there. Literally, like, look, and shove it in, and there you have it. Look how cute that looks. Done. And then the last one that everybody loved was, so remember when I did the Alice in Wonderland thing and I made the Mad Hatter and that was the centerpieces? You think I got rid of those things? No, of course not. Everybody was like, do we throw these away? I'm like, no, I will hoard them in my house until we can use them again. And here they are as, what are they now? Like little snowman hats, you know, and you can put like, you know, little things once again from the Dollar Tree to gussy it up, just shoving it in there. But do you know how I made this?
Something with a cylinder shape.
These are the garbage cans from Dollar Tree.
You're amazing. How do you,
And then all you use are those EVA foam sheets and cover them up. So these were, in different tables, and everybody loved them. And people were trying to wear them. I was like, okay, you can't wear them. If they're not real hats, people, get over it. They're not real hats.
how
And
many?
and while I was in Tallahassee, I picked up like a gazillion pine cones, and I just had baskets with pine cones and balls, Christmas balls. Take a cylinder, take a whatever, and put Christmas balls in it. Oh my gosh, the cheap, wonderful decorations you can make yes, you remember me making those. Hey, Favi, how are you doing? So again, don't constrain yourself to creativity because you don't have a budget. They don't give you a budget. I mean, again, Christmas boxes, they look so cute. And I had like huge Christmas boxes in different places. So if you flip them over, you can wear them. Yes, I guess I could wear that hat if I flip them over. But yeah, that was the fun part of, getting there and decorating. And the other great thing that helped me a lot are Michael's grab boxes, which can somebody explain to me? I understood that they're now going up. Do you know what the Michael's grab boxes are?
No, never heard of that. And now,
how can you? Okay, so look, at the end of the season, can we all tell her? Can everybody, all the crafters on here who has gotten a grab box or grab bag from Michael's, please explain in written in the chat. So at the end of each season, Michael's puts all their leftovers that they couldn't sell on clearance. They stick it in a box. It's a big box. And they stick everything in there and price the whole box for $5.
oh no, I have not been doing the right thing.
You have not been doing the right thing.
Oh my
So
God.
like, for example, the end of the season. So for Halloween, the end of the season has Halloween come out already? Yeah, it did. It came out like in November, I believe. But they were usually $5, and it could be grab bags or grab boxes. I got a box once that was all floral, all Christmas florals.
Oh my gosh, how nice.
So
And
the Christmas, huh?
you can't see anything at all. It's
Can't see anything at all. And sometimes you'll get multiples of the same thing, which when it's florals, it's fine because you can use it. But sometimes, for example, I'll bring you an example here of like multiples that I have no idea what I'm going to do with all of these. So
I have to go after the holiday season. So
yeah,
when would after the holiday season would it be like February that you would be able
in
to
February, exactly. So for
Okay.
example, I got a gazillion of these hooks. Like I will never need hooks as long as I live. I mean, seriously, I got like 15 boxes of hooks. This is just some of them. So yeah, so I mean, it's fun, and you look up Michael's grab boxes for Christmas, and you can see what other people got.
But
See,
that's genius because so often you go get even things at Target when the holiday season is over and you go to Target and it's like one or two things.
yep.
Where's the
Oh
fun?
yeah, I buy everything. Are you kidding me? When Hobby Lobby puts their stuff 90% off.
Oh my God. Yeah, but that doesn't even last.
No, I know. You got to get there the first day. It's like you got to go, all that stuff. So now, however, inflation. Now they're not $5 anymore. They're $10. $10. And I'm still going to go buy them. But let me tell you, you know what they do here in Miami? You know Miami. So I went to get the grab boxes for Halloween. This woman bought like 40 grab boxes from the Michaels here on Kendall. I could have died. 40. And I went at 10. They open at 9. And I went at 10 in the morning and they were all sold out. Craziness.
Maybe she's going to throw a huge Halloween bash next year.
They resell them. But look them up. It's so much fun to watch people open their grab boxes because they have no idea what's going on. So back to parties.
Yes.
So let's see. What was I talking about? So yeah, we had raffles. We had because of the money I was able to save on the party, we were able to give out Amazon gift cards, $100 Amazon gift cards, and we got a donation of, oh gosh, I can't remember. It's some French bougie champagne that's like really big with the flowers on it. It's like $100 a bottle. So I made the baskets with the bottle, and they had the champagne flutes that went with the bottle and chocolates. So we gave those away. So that was really nice. And I'm trying to think what else we did. We did have karaoke, which was a lot of fun, you know. And it was really fun. It was really, really fun. And I'm hoping that they give me a budget earlier in the year so I have something planned for next year. So I'm hoping I can do it. So this is one thing I wanted to tell you, since you are a nonprofit. Looking forward, I got a very good price at because they're also a nonprofit. So if a nonprofit out there is looking to create a holiday party, check out other nonprofits. You can look at universities. There's plenty of ballrooms at universities. There are plenty of locations, like, if you can do an open location, there are plenty of places as well, like at at FIU, Miami-Dade, at the different colleges or at the different campuses, and other nonprofits like parks and recreations and stuff like that, because they have a specific nonprofit price as well. Because I'm sure these corporate, they also have a nonprofit, but the nonprofit price for, like, parks and recreations and universities is much lower. So yeah. Boone's Farm is cheap liquor. Boone's Farm is cheap liquor. We had our liquor donated, believe it or not, because a hotel was closing and they couldn't resell the liquor that they had. So they literally gave it to us. So it was like,
so that was a huge, like, money saver.
Big time money saver. Big time money saver. So where's Brenda going? Where's she going? Somebody's leaving. Good night, Rhonda. Rhonda's leaving. Cool. Okay, Sabrisha's here. I'm just checking who else is here. So if anybody has not seen, so tell us, Vicky, about, so that's all. I don't know, what else can we talk about our events? Any surprises? Anything that you had to deal with, like contingency plans, any surprises that you weren't expecting?
Really, I think the biggest thing is, since I'm decorating, I was the master of ceremony as well. It's, you plan, but certain little things pop out. Somebody's late. You have to fix a last minute issue. We didn't have the chair covers. We thought we were going to have the chair covers. So we had to run maybe like 2 hours before the event, start calling companies from everywhere to be able to see, who has 400 plus white chair covers, because they stayed blue. So there was little things like that. But I think the one that always gets me, no matter how hard I plan, is enough time for me to arrive, decorate, get ready, get my daughters ready, so that I can be at the podium to present, to do the speech right when the doors open. So that's, no matter how much I plan, I'm always the last one to be able to get ready. So it's.
Now, how long did they give you before the event to decorate?
We were there in the morning, because they had another event that day in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So I had to wait for that to be cleared out. And then we went in and we started the process. So I brought a couple of hands with me, because there was no.
You had a team.
Yes. We filled out, we purchased little ornaments, the clear ornaments that you can find like at the Dollar Tree. And we filled them with hot cocoa and put marshmallows. But imagining filling almost 500 of those ornaments. So it was.
The same day?
No, I had to start that like a day before.
Oh, thank God.
There was no physical way. None.
No.
So little things pop up, and you try your best. The only person who's going to know if there was an error is you, but you try to like keep going with what the plan was, so that it works out.
So the only worst thing that I had that happened, I only had 2 hours before the event to like prepare everything. So I just brought things in, and I was like, and I was basically the only person, because everybody said, "Oh, we'll get there an hour before." And I'm like, okay, by then I'll be done and I'm getting dressed, And and that's one thing. Tip, guys, if you are planning the party, you're gonna bring what? What is the most important thing we need to bring? What is the most important thing as women? A pair of comfortable shoes.
If there's no sandals in your bag, you're doing it wrong.
Right. And because in Spanish, you cannot, as the hostess, be a pata sucia. You cannot take off your 3.5-inch heels and walk around barefoot, because that's just nasty.
No, you're the title of pata sucia.
And pata sucia for people who don't, that means dirty feet. That's like, no, you don't do that. It's a little class. Don't do that. So either you got to bring your flip flops, your what do they call their flats? I lucked out because I went to Ross that morning and I found these cute these cute little sparkly shoes, and they were only what, $6.49.
And they're very, very elegant. So
yeah, they're very cute. They were perfect. I wore them, like I wore my heels when everybody got in, and it's like, okay, forget it. I'm running around too much, checking out on everything. But the only Fabi's like, oh, she's Hispanic. She knows what that is. She's like, she's laughing at Pata Sucia. But the only problem that we had was that beautiful library it had no like fading lights or anything. So it was either incredibly bright because it was a library or completely dark. So I had to run around and thankfully I brought all those little lights and things like that. And I had brought extra. So everybody loved it though, because they thought it was very mysterious and very cool and cozy and stuff. And luckily we had a screen that can come down. So we put a nice bright Christmas picture on the screen. So at least, it brightened up the room a little bit, but it was fun. That was the only hiccup that we had. Everything else was fine. Everybody got there on time. What was your dress code? Because that's another funny thing to do, especially with company events.
I basically said, think semi-formal meets formal.
Okay.
Is not invited to the party.
And what?
And jeans are not invited to that party because a lot of people get the really nice blazers and the button downs, but some jeans. So that's basically what we said. Think semi-formal meets formal, and jeans didn't come.
Yes.
So,
well, because it was a cocktail reception, we decided to do cocktail dress, button down shirt, nice pants, no jeans. I don't recall anybody coming in jeans. And yeah, I mean, there were some people that came very formal, long dresses, and we're like, that's, it's whatever if you're comfortable in a long evening dress, by all means, bring it. I was in a cocktail dress because I was running around like a maniac. And it was so funny because that's another tip. Do not buy your dress from Amazon with less than 2 days before it's supposed to get there. I was lucky though. I ordered a dress from Amazon thinking, oh my gosh, this would be perfect. It was a beautiful one shoulder cocktail dress with the big sleeve on one side, and it was one shoulder, and it came down like this. And I got it. It was so funny because I got it by noon. I was like, great. But let me tell you, I tried it on, and it was just no strapless. If you're the hostess, nothing strapless, people. Was yours strapless?
No.
See, nothing strapless, because you're just going to be doing this all night, and this doesn't look right. Just doesn't look right. So I went with a non-strapless dress as well. Good night, Sabrisha. Sabrisha's leaving. So yeah, we're not crafting today because we're just chilling out. I just wanted to chill out and have fun with you guys. So that was the dress code. Yeah. And it's funny because sometimes we put I remember one time I put Miami chic and everybody came to me and I was like, oh geez, I just confused everybody. So no more Miami chic, just cocktail. What was the funniest thing that happened at your event?
It was the funniest and also the one that worried me the most, and it was the chair covers. Because when you have 2 hours before and you start looking at the chairs, I think that after all the chairs were covered, that I came back in, they were all covered. And I got that moment of okay, I felt that relief. I was like, okay, I guess it was a good laugh, but also a stressor. Was there anything like that for you?
No, I really didn't. I tried to, again, the most stressful thing was just getting the decorations up. The caterer was very cool. Everything was very cool. The one thing I did do was try to deliver as much as I could the night before. So I got the liquor delivered the night before. I made sure that the, white wine was chilled the night before. So that was all in place. And I really didn't have any problems. As far as funny stories, I think the best part was once, people were dancing out on the dance floor, and that was a lot of fun. But in the library, I was in charge of, I had Luke helping me with the karaoke. And after a while, he took a break, and then we just had people coming in. And it was surprising. Some people were there was this one guy who came up and sang Luther Vandross, and I was like, oh my gosh, this guy was great. It was great entertainment because you had either really, really bad singers and they were hilarious, or you had these incredible singers that you did not know were in your office, and you were like, whoa, that was a lot of fun, and that was really a lot of fun. And yes, I did sing karaoke. I did Kelly Clarkson underneath the tree, and I did Amy Winehouse Valerie. So
Nice.
I went up there just to get the party started and stuff.
Nice. Oh, but
And
you
so,
have karaoke every year thereafter because that was a sensation for sure.
oh yeah, no, definitely. We're gonna have karaoke. That's the whole thing. It was like everybody was so happy that we finally had a holiday party that it was, I think it was a resounding success because number one, they were surprised I was able to get anything done in the time that they gave me, in the budget that they gave me. And now it's like, how am I going to possibly match this and, do even better? So I hope somebody recorded my karaoke. I hope so.
You have
No,
to.
that was the worst thing. I barely took any pictures because I was running around just trying to make sure everything was okay.
That's another thing. When you're hosting it, you miss everything. So what I did was I'm doing my Vlogmas series now. So I basically do a video every single day of
Right.
December. So I was able to go in with my camera, and yesterday's Vlogmas, my Vlogmas day 3, Vlogmas day 2, I went ahead and I shared everything up until the point of the party. Once the party,
Nice.
but I showcased all the centerpieces. We had a photo booth area. We did a lot, and I was able to capture that to share it. So people can kind of get ideas because Christmas is around the corner, but it's not here yet. So
Right.
nice going on, you can refer to that and start thinking, okay, I want to do this and this and this. So, but as far as the party goes, like when it started, I was not able to capture much.
Well, I was running around. I was also like checking everything. Now, how big was your team? Did you have a big team helping you?
I had a total of, let me see, 5-6 people who came in.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, and
it was myself. I had 2 other people really helping me before with the party planning, and like 3 other people that helped me with the registration to make sure that people, came and we checked them off and all that stuff, and made sure that they had registered their parking and everything else. So that one, while I had those, I had like, I would say a total 6 people. We have a committee of 6 people that helped out as well. So that really helped. But as far as the decor was involved, I mean, that was me. That was just all me. And and again, I made it very loose and, relaxed, but I tried to make sure that I danced and I ate, and, Luke made sure that he would get himself a plate. He would bring me a plate. It's going to be a very nice, yeah. I mean, I'm serious. He's going to be a great husband because the minute he would go get food, he would get me a plate as well. And whether or not I ate it, there was a plate for me every time he sat down. So it was like that. I really appreciated that because you don't get to eat sometimes. You really don't get to eat. But I didn't get to take a picture of myself. Yes, thank you, Fabi. Fabi's sharing your YouTube channel link. I have a link of hers below. Also, let's talk about your Christmas music.
Yes.
Before we end, yes.
So I have a Christmas album out, and you can stream it, you can hear it, purchase it, everything on iTunes, Apple Music, Spotify, iHeartRadio. You can use my music.
Is there a link on your Instagram or on your YouTube?
Yes, absolutely. So when you click the link under my bio, it's going to lead you to my blog page. And then in there, you're going to be able to see my music and all of that. You click it and you can purchase it. You can download it, stream it on Spotify. You can stream it for free. Really everywhere. A lot of people, like the new little thing that we're doing on social media is they're using the songs. I have 3. My song, see, that's my website. And on the top, you'll spot Tea Time Music or something along those lines. And now the little trend that we're doing is we're using songs like Happiest Christmas Tree, Little Toy Soldiers, and Dancing in the Snow for your TikToks or for your Instagram Reels. So we're trying to get that to go to go viral. But it's a fresh take on Christmas music. Because, sometimes when you're in the car, you're like, I want to hear Christmas music, but I want to hear something that's different, something that's, fun for the kids, but still something that's upbeat. And I wrote 2 of the songs on that album, Little Toy Soldiers, it's such a fun song. If you guys haven't heard it, hear it once, and I promise you, you're going to adore it because it's so different. And I wrote Dancing in the Snow. And then the 3rd track on that album is Happiest Christmas Tree. The original sound, the original song belonged to Nat King Cole.
Yeah.
So I am so honored that I had the privilege to record that as my own track too. So it really is. It's just such fun, vivacious Christmas music. And
Oh, where'd you go? she froze. Oh no, she froze. So I'm sharing her link, not only to her link tree. Thank you, Fabi, for sharing her link tree. I'm sharing her music link, and she left us and is coming back. But yeah, I was really impressed that she, created her own Christmas album, and I thought that was so sweet. I know. And she does crafting as well, and she does vlogging and shares her life with her two little girls, and she's just a sweetheart. And there she is, she's back again. Yay!
Coming it out.
Oh my goodness.
So as I was saying, the album, what makes it that much more special is I've been trying to sing since I was my youngest daughter's way younger than my daughter, so 3, my youngest. And it's just something I've always wanted to do. I ran into a couple of hiccups. As you get older, you become more self-conscious, and everything people tell you kind of offends. So I stopped. But my eldest daughter, for one of her birthdays, she's like, I really want to hear you sing. And it just jump-started that. So when I wrote my music, I said, whenever I have music, my kids have to be a part of it. So my music, you can hear my little girls doing some harmonies in it. You can hear them opening up the song, closing the song. So it's just such a beautiful, they're 3 beautiful songs. And they're just so nice for the family, which is the goal, to make it something that it's nice for you guys, for all of you guys to hear together. So
that is so no, and it's not only that, but you're becoming an inspiration for your little girls and for moms, because I hate to say it, but as women, sometimes we forget our goals and our dreams, and we put them aside for our children and for our hubbies. And we are still human beings, and we can still have dreams that can come true even after motherhood. So case in point. There you go. So I am just so impressed, Vicky. So please check out her channel. How far are you from 1,000?
Oh my goodness, I am at 811, and the goal for New Year's for the last 3 years has been to hit 1,000 subscribers. So hopefully soon we can hit that milestone. But it would mean so much to be able to hit that one milestone. I mean, we got the music, and that was a goal. So I know we could do this.
You're definitely going to do it with the Vlogmas if you're vlogging every day. I'm not doing that. I gotta do that. Not going to do that. Today I had to put together, because I get myself involved in too many things. So I was putting together a new piece of equipment, and my brother is not here. So yeah, I had to do it by myself. So let's just put it this way. I put the equipment together, I put it aside. I was like, okay, now I got to learn the software. So one of these days this week, you're going to see some new fun stuff that I'm going to be doing. But yeah, I can't do something every day because it's crazy. And I invited Vicky to come with me to the Deering Estate, because the Deering Estate Christmas, you know how much I love that place, the Deering Estate. It's the Roaring 20s. So your girl is going to be there all decked out. Next weekend, is it next weekend? Yes, next weekend is mistletoe and martinis, which is awesome. And Luke's going to be dressed up, and he's going to come too. So look, we have a whole bunch of people that they've all subscribed to you today. So that's awesome.
You so much. I appreciate it. And there's a lot of things coming for Vlogmas. Like I said, I don't do just Christmas. I go all the way to December 31st. So I surpassed the Vlogmas. I do a lot of stuff, a lot of stuff. So
awesome.
I hope they enjoy it. So thank you guys for subscribing. I appreciate it.
What kind of ideas do you have? Like gift ideas? You have crafting ideas? You have food?
Things to do is I love taking ornaments that you can find at Walmart, at Target, at Hobby Lobby, and I take those ornaments and I do things super unconventional things. I love using ornaments to make Mickey ears. We're big.
Oh Disney. Yeah, I do those too.
I love it. We're big here, so I love to take things that you wouldn't expect, make them into Mickey ears. We have a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of crafts, a lot of things that you can do with your little ones. That's the goal, to include the little ones in the crafting, because you don't want to do things that are dangerous for them, but you really want them to be a part of it. So I try to create things where they can be in the kitchen with you, where they can, great travel tips. How can I get the most bang for my buck when I go to Disney or cruising? So we do a lot of that, a lot of family content.
Yes, definitely a lot. And like you said, sometimes with small children, people forget that it's not that it's a challenge, but it is kind of, because some people forget. And there's I have some craft kits I'm going to give to you, because I got a whole box of Michael's craft kits, and I'm going to give them to you because I don't know who to give them to. I don't have any little kids anymore. So anyway, have Manny check it. Yes, I know. Did you have extra parts? I did have extra parts. Manny is on a cruise. Manny left me, went on a cruise because I was in Tallahassee for Thanksgiving. He goes, well, I'm not going to stay around and be by myself. He didn't want to come to Tallahassee, so he's on a cruise somewhere. And no, he's not the person that fell off the. Did you hear about the guy who fell off the cruise?
Yes.
That was not my brother. That was not Manny.
Oh my God, how scary! And
he drank too much, fell off a cruise ship, and they found him treading water for 19 hours.
Did he fall night? He fell during the night.
Yeah.
God.
That's scary. That is scary, but hey, he survived. He survived. So
he's got a story to tell.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a story for like Christmas time dinner to be like.
I know. So I have to, but that was I was worried about that when I heard that. I was like, oh my gosh, I've always worried about that, being on a cruise and just like falling off or something in the middle of the night. So I would not walk around at night on a cruise ever. I'm just too scared of like a wind blowing me over and I'm falling off or something. So
I don't know if you see when you're looking past the cruiser, you see that darkness that is
that's scary.
Dark. You only see the moon and the water. That's like,
like the first thing I would check on a cruise is like, number one, okay, where's the closest like lifeboat? Where's my life jacket? I'm too scared. I watched Titanic too much. I'm too scared.
Oh, cruising. Oh my God.
Really? I've only gone like twice. You know what it is? Okay, so the worst place for an ADHD person is to be on a cruise. You know what we do? You know why? Because I explore the whole dang ship. And once I've explored the whole dang ship and I'm not an eater, I'm like, okay, what am I going to do now? What am I going to do? Like, give me a car where I can travel and, get away from things. But yeah, a boat. And if it's like a long voyage, I couldn't go on like a 12-day or 7-day. I couldn't do that. 3 days max. That's it.
Yeah. There's some long cruises, like long. And they're small too. Because I haven't seen many like those long cruises, like the 2-week or even the month ones. I haven't seen them on like the big ships. I see them usually on the smaller ones.
Yeah.
That's like, you got to love it.
You gotta love it. I don't know. I would. That just gives me the heebie-jeebies, people. I'm a land lover. I'm like, give me a car. Even when we went to Ireland, it's like, okay, let's get a car. Let's look at all of Ireland. Let's just check it out. That kind of thing. So anyway, thank you once again, Vicki, for spending some time with me. Maybe we can get together. One of your Vlogmases. Maybe we can get together or meet up, or if you come to the Deering, that could be your Vlogmas. And we can meet up and we could do like a dual like live or something while we're there together. Or if you ever want to craft or do anything, let me know. If you have like an empty day, or maybe after the holidays, we'll go shopping. We can like meet up and see where we can get clearance. Are you there? You're not moving? Oh, we lost her again. I'm like talking by myself here. Hold on. I'm like talking. I was like, she's like so calm. She's not saying anything. She's frozen. So I was saying, if Abby's going to stay on land with me. So I was saying that maybe after the holidays, because it's too crazy. But, I have that week after the holidays usually off. So maybe we can meet up at Hobby Lobby and check out like the after Christmas sales. Like we can go to different places and check out after Christmas sales at like Ross and, Michael's and stuff like that. So yeah, that'll be fun. I would love to meet up with you again. It was just so much fun when we first met up, but I would love to just like get together with you. Have you been to the tea room in Collie Square? And she freezes again. Oh no! I lost her again. You guys have been so wonderful. Thank you all for like being so sweet. There you are again. Have you ever been to the tea room? And I lost her completely. Oh well. Anyway, my stuff is being sold at Collie Square this past weekend. That was the other thing I did. When I came home from Tallahassee, I literally sat down on Sunday and created a whole bunch of ornaments to sell at Collie Square. There she is. Have you ever been to the tea room in Collie Square?
Yes. And have you seen the bookstore?
Yes. Have you seen my books at the bookstore?
Have you seen my CD at the bookstore?
Your what?
The CD?
No way.
Yes.
So I sold my 2 enchanted books there. So the mermaid one, and there's a butterfly one that they have up on the shelf. And then at Jimmy's Bright Things, they're selling my ornaments.
I have to go back. I have to get those books now.
They had a festival this weekend. I couldn't go because I was so tired today.
No, it's just been not, it's been a crazy weekend. And you would think that you would see these parties going on like deeper in the month, but no, like our weekends were like jam packed. Like this
weekend, yeah. Everything was happening this week. This week. It was crazy. So yeah, so either we can meet up at the tea room or we can meet up shopping. We'll do something after all the holiday craziness, you know, that the 12 days of Christmas between now and January 6th, people, because January 6th, we're still in the holiday season. If you celebrate Epiphany, right? And do you celebrate?
Yes.
That's where you get all the clearance stuff and then put it under the tree. Oh, look what the Three Kings brought you.
Los Reyes Magos.
Or whatever didn't come in and on it from Amazon on time. Just save the ball. Oh, okay, we'll put it.
The lingering gifts.
The lingering gifts, exactly. So thank you once again, Vicki. Congratulations on your channel. It's gonna hit 1,000 before Christmas, not the New Year's, before Christmas. I feel it already in my bones. People get the word out. Vicki's a sweetheart. And again, please share her Christmas album as well. This is so wonderful. Thank you once again for sharing your tips and what you went through to get their Christmas holiday party together for your office. And do you have a send-off on your channel?
I usually say something like, until next time.
There you go. And as I always say, stay safe, be kind, God bless each and every one of you. And remember to live the adventure. And there'll be more adventures to come because I'm working with a laser. That's it. That's all I'm going to tell you. There's a laser involved. I like my fingers. Let's see what happens. Who knows? All righty. I'll see you soon. Bye. Everybody was great.
Thank you. Thank you so much.